What's up, guys? We're back today with Brett Phillips for another Bruce Bolt interview. Brett Phillips is currently an outfielder for the Tampa Bay Rays, as you all probably know. Brett, how are you doing today?
Fellas, thanks for having me. Super pumped to be on board with Bruce Bolt. You guys got some awesome stuff going on, and excited to be here. I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing great. And for everybody tuning back in, I didn't introduce him yet, but this is my good friend Cannata. He's joining me for the podcast here on out.
What's going on, guys? It's good to be here. Excited for my first interview.
Yeah, Alex, let's go.
But back to what you asked. We're doing well. You know, we're just working. We're trying to get your glove actually right now. Trying to get that set up to hit the market finally. It'll hopefully be a huge seller. I mean, I know it'll be a huge seller. The amount of questions we've gotten on it is absolutely insane. So
yeah, let's talk. Let's definitely talk about that for a second. And I would love to hear some insight as to kind of the production going in on y'all's side. I know we got to customize it a couple months back, and which I'm super excited to reveal to everyone. I know people who have been following me in my career have seen me wearing Bruce Bolt batting gloves this year, but kind of, on your guys' side, how's production going on for them?
It went extremely well. So we just had everything finished up over in our overseas production manufacturer. So all that just got finished up. We just received them from overseas, which is amazing. And if we haven't received them yet, we will be receiving them this week and getting them loaded into our system. We'll have the huge release. We'll be like Brett Phillips glove, and based off the feedback that we've gotten just off of pictures, I mean, every Cannata can vouch for this one. Because he's doing DMs most days. We have 5 to 10 people per hour probably asking when the Phillips series coming. You guys said it was coming earlier. Where is it?
Man, I'm so excited. They're gonna be hopefully a hit, and hopefully people enjoy them. We went with the Rays colors. The color scheme with the navy and the light blue between the fingers, and with the gray padding on the front, it just looks so super clean. And again, I appreciate you helping me customize those, Bear, because I've been loving them this season. Talk about great leather, just great product overall. So very excited for people to try these out and give us their feedback.
No, absolutely. What I love most about it is we went for that baby blue bolt on the front. That was the shot that we were taking with the chrome baby blue, and it came out more of a iridescent, which looks amazing on TV, because when you're up to bat and that bolt flashes, it comes off red, yellow, pink, however you want to see it.
Yeah, underneath the lights. Yeah, I just talk about an absolute sick glove. Again, super pumped. I mean, you guys killed it on this one.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just us. We had you jump in on that and personalize that. So I feel like that's the most fun part, especially for me and especially for you guys. I mean, it's so awesome to get your own glove. So really happy we could get that done with you.
No doubt, Alex. So what have you got going on? What are you new to the team, or have you been around? What's your title?
So I've been around since the very beginning. Bear and I have been best friends since kindergarten, actually. And I came on the summer of 2020. So it was the COVID summer, technically.
Yeah.
I started with social media, just doing Instagram, and I get the posts up every day that you see at 12 o'clock of the little kids. And then it moved into customer service. Bear's dad taught us how to do the calls and all that stuff. And then being at school right now, it's off and on with customer service and social media. And then over the summers, I'm really just Bear's right-hand man, and whatever he asks me or whatever guard asks me to do, I'm there to do it.
Man, that is so cool. I just love your guys' story, what you guys have came from to where y'all are at now. A lot of hard work. And it takes a lot of intellectual thoughts, minds on your guys' end. So really cool. It's encouraging to everyone your guys' age out there who are looking to start a business or looking to, get into something like this. And, you guys are paving the way. So keep up the good work, and super cool to be aboard.
Well, I appreciate it, Brett. I
Yep.
know everyone here appreciates having you on board. But thank you for coming on here today. I know you're busy. I know you guys have a game against St. Louis today. So we got the Battle of Bruceville going on. So that'll be great. But yeah, that'll be just a fun game in general to watch. I'm excited to see you guys play. But before we keep rambling on, I guess let's hop into this. Cannata, you want to get it started?
So just to kick things off, we know that you were drafted out of high school and you were committed to NC State. So what was that journey like for you, going straight from high school to pro ball? And then what are some of the factors that you took into consideration when deciding this is where I want to go with my life, and I think I'm ready to take this step?
Yeah, it was a big decision. I just turned 18 years old. I just turned 18 on May 30th of 2012, and June 5th was the draft. Now, if you rewind a year earlier, I only had one college offer. And so I always tell everyone it was a God thing. My senior year, I got good really fast, and the pro scouts ended up coming out. There was like one or two who came out to the first game of my senior season, and by the end of the year, there was about 70 lined up each side of the field. And my senior year, it was just a whirlwind of emotions. I had scouts coming to my house, talking to me about getting drafted, kind of going through that process. And through that process, I learned that this is what I wanted to do. This is the career I wanted to pursue. I was ready to sacrifice whatever it was I needed to sacrifice to pursue this route and take the chance. And I had all the support in the world from my family and my friends. And as June 5th rolls around, it's kind of slated. I didn't have an agent, so I was going through the process kind of by myself. And I ended up getting drafted in the 6th round by Houston, which was such a blessing. And from there, here we are 10 years later, 2 days ago, which is crazy to think about, but it's just, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a road and a half for sure, but I love every single second of it. I don't take it for granted. And again, I love playing baseball. It's a passion of mine, and I'm going to play until they rip the uniform off me.
Fair enough. I got a question for you. When scouts come to your house, because obviously I would not know, when they come to your house, and they're talking to you, are they like, hey, we're planning on drafting you here? Or is it kind of like a shot in the dark still? Like you're just kind of in an interview process?
It's strictly, for the most part, an interview process, unless you're like a first rounder. But for me, there was no how much money will you make? It was more so, do you want to play professional baseball? So every time these scouts came to the house, I think they were just feeling out my personality, feeling out how serious I was of playing professional baseball, and just getting to know me, because when you're at the time I was 17, and it's a big decision. That's a big investment for a Major League Baseball team to take a 17, 18-year-old kid who, they got to feel everything out to see if you're ready mentally, if you're mature enough. And so going through that process was a little overwhelming, just because you had to be on your game every time. And my mom was working most of the time, so it was just one-on-one with these scouts. And also I had to do a bunch of tests. So there was psych test, eye test, it all ranged from different scenarios and situations every time a scout came in the house. So definitely a little overwhelming, but really cool process to go through.
If you don't mind me asking, do you remember what scouts were at your house, or like for what teams?
Oh man, I would say 10 different scouts. The White Sox, Oakland, you had Seattle come over, Houston, who drafted me. Man, I like 10. I would say 10 out of the 30 teams.
That's so awesome. That's got to be like that's got to be, as a 17-year-old, that experience has got to be insane. Just to have those guys walking in your house like, hey, Brett, we want to talk to you about playing pro ball. I could only
crazy. Oh man, super humbling at the time. I'm a senior in high school. I'm having to go to school the next day after a Major League Baseball scout is in my house telling me that I have an opportunity to play professional baseball. There again, that maturity element part of staying humble and knowing like don't get complacent, even though you had a big league scout in your house, there's still work to do. So I learned early on a lot of things through that process that has helped me get to where I'm at now. And again, I wouldn't trade for the world.
For sure. When you were going through the process of, being drafted, I'm assuming your high school coach and your parents had a lot to do with your final decision on whether you were going to the draft or NC State. Were they all for you going to the draft and skipping college?
I had one conversation with my mom on draft day because we never talked about a certain number that was going to get me out of college. But the conversation with my mom went something like this: do you want to pursue playing professional baseball? Yes. Are you I do 100%. And she goes, well, I'm going to back you up 100%. Whatever you decide to do, it'll be your decision, but promise me if you get hurt or it doesn't work out, you're going to go back and get a degree early on. And that was the promise I made to my mom 10 years ago, that because college was paid for in my contract. And so I told my mom, yeah, if it doesn't work out in the first couple of years, I'm 100%, I'll go back to college. And she said, go ahead, do whatever you want. And that's when I ultimately made the decision on my own to go play professional baseball.
Awesome. Cannata, you got anything?
Not really. I mean, what was it like going up through the minors? Like, I know I've seen a lot of stuff about how brutal that system can be, unfortunately, but like, what was that experience like going up through the minors, taking your small steps at a time, and then finally getting to the major leagues?
I loved it personally. You hear a lot of guys from college who got to go D1 and enjoy facilities, enjoy nice travel, enjoy, good food, who definitely will have a lot more to say about their time in the minors and how it wasn't enjoyable. But for me, I came out of high school. I didn't know any better. I was playing baseball every single day. I loved playing baseball. There was no other distractions like schoolwork or, it was just, I felt like it was made for me from all angles of professional baseball, from the coaches, how professional it was first name basis. It wasn't coach this, coach that, it was show up on time and everything else. You do whatever you want. There was no chaperones like in college. There was no one breathing down your neck. You're in charge of your own career in professional baseball. And that's the reality of it. Everyone's getting paid. You're getting paid. The coaches are getting paid. So it's like you yourself have to take control of your own career, and you're in charge basically of how successful you want to be. Of course, I see guys maybe taking it for granted and being like, this is fun and I'm just going to enjoy this for a few years and then head off into my next career. But for me, it's always been, I want to play Major League Baseball. I want to win a World Series. I want to continue to pursue this forever, as long as I can. So definitely had sacrificed a lot, but going through the minor leagues, it was a grind. Don't get me wrong, 16 to 18 hour bus rides, playing that next day, living in motels, but I loved it. I felt like I was meant to do that. And I enjoyed it so much. So I don't really have any other opinion on minor leagues, but just what a great process it was, and opportunity for me to grow, not only as a baseball player, but as a person too.
You have maybe the most enthusiastic attitude towards minor league baseball that I've ever heard in my life.
I loved it. I love it. I talk about perspective a lot. And for me, what's the alternative as a kid who has a high school degree? I didn't go to college. What's the alternative for me? I mean, I think about other things I could be doing, And then I think about what I'm doing and it's like perspective, man. Like you're getting to play a game for a living. It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid right now. Like put everything you got into it and know like there's a lot worse things out there. And there's a lot of people who would give up a lot of things to do what you're doing. So don't take it for granted, Brett. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the mindset I've always had.
There it is. That's gotta be why baseball is so fun. But
Oh, baseball is fun.
let's lead right into that one. Let's talk about baseball is fun and just like kind of how that started up and you know what gave you the idea for everything. And I know you're working with your wife Brianna, who I've known since I was 11, over with Coach Hillman up in Liberty Hill. So I love that you guys are doing this together, and I love that we kind of built that relationship through there. But if you just want to kind of sound off on baseball is fun for a little bit, and I mean, let us know, because I don't know a whole bunch about it yet, and I'd just love to hear about it.
No, that's awesome. I appreciate you bringing it up. And, you know, for those of you who are listening, and my wife and I, we created Baseball is Fun. You can find us at baseballisfun35.com. But, you know, we have collaborated with you guys, Bruce Bolt. And for people who kind of want a little insight as to what that collaboration is, there you might see a little surprise on the bags, which I'm super pumped about. So Bear, thank you guys so much for allowing us to collaborate with you guys. It's an honor. But baseball is fun. How did this start? Well, why did we start playing the game in the first place as kids? Why did we want to put our uniforms on 4 to 5 hours before showing up to practice? It's because we loved it. We really just enjoyed playing the game because of how fun it was. And when, as a kid, there was never any pressure to perform. The coaches, you know, they were all encouraging. And as you get older, and especially now, you start to see, I don't know if it's from the travel ball, the pressure of the talent is, you know, the competitive, the politics, whatever it may be, it's starting to overshadow why kids are wanting to pursue baseball in the first place. And so my wife and I, after the World Series, I made a comment in that walk-off in Game 4 that I was like, man, baseball is fun. And everyone on social media was just like, that's the best statement ever. That is so cool. So I got with my wife, Bree, and we were like, well, we should definitely make something of this because people love it so much. And I took out a piece of paper and I wrote down baseball is fun in my own handwriting. And I said, this is what we're going to do. Took the Flying Man logo, put it on the back. And, you know, we expected to make a couple hundred shirts, maybe have our friends and family get on board. But now it's created this movement that baseball is fun. And I really hope, me being at the big league level, it trickles down from high school down to little league to these parents like, hey, encourage your kid, be supportive. Don't put so much pressure on them to be the next Mike Trout at 12 years old, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today if my parents weren't encouraging and weren't supportive. My parents never put any pressure on me. If I struck out 3 times, it was like, all right, how are we going to go have fun after the game? Where are we going to go eat? What are we going to do now? It was never, why did you do that? What's going on? We have to go get more swings in the cage. Like my parents never, I cannot remember one time where my parents put any pressure on me after a performance. And again, I just want parents to know that, hey, I am a Major League Baseball player. I am where I am today because of that. So remember, baseball is fun and enjoy it. And I'm so pumped that Bruce Bolt and Baseball is Fun is collaborating, because those are 2 really good organizations that have fun.
Agreed. I think this collab is going to be huge. The fact that we get to work with the Flying Man himself is going to be great. I mean, this glove is going to be huge. And like you said, I love what we did with the bag. We incorporated both Bruce Bolt and your airplane into it. So it's going to be great. I think everything about this glove is going to be loved. I mean, no one's seen the bag yet, but I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm excited for you to see it if you haven't.
I haven't seen it yet, but again, like what we were able to make with a product that I believe in. So starting with that, like I was with a company For those of you who are listening and they're like, how did you find Bruce Bolt? Why are you with Bruce Bolt? What was the, what was that process like? Well, as Bear mentioned, he knows my wife, my father-in-law from an early age, and everyone knows Bear's story and how he created this glove. Well, I had been with Under Armour for the last, what was it, 6 years, Bear? Something long. And Bruce Bolt has been persistent, like, hey, just I'll never forget. It was like 4 years ago. They're like, just try it out. We know that you're loyal to Under Armour, as I was, and just try it out and let us know what you think. And this was 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, you guys have something really special. Like, this batting glove is, and I'm not just saying this because I'm talking about Bruce. I'm being serious right now. This batting glove is, like, the leather is amazing. It's durable. It holds up. Now I'm over here with my other gloves. They're ripping every couple days. And these Bruce Bolts, I wanted to use them so bad, but I was under contract with Under Armour. Fast forward to this past year, Under Armour let a bunch of guys go, rightfully so. I understand the situation. And I reached out to Bruce Bolt and I was like, hey, listen, I've wanted to use your guys' batting gloves for the last 4 years now. Is there any chance we can make something work? And, Baron and Guard, being as cool as they are, they're like, heck yeah, let's see what we can do. And being able to collaborate, baseball is fun, and Bruce Bolt, and bring it all together with a awesome product, I am just so excited about, because a lot of the times in youth sports and in baseball these days, people are just trying to pump out a product, mass produce it, and it's not good quality. And it's just like, man, Bruce Bolt has taken a product that is really good quality and has been able to, show the world, like, that they have set the standard that baseball products should be good quality, shouldn't be in. And so here we are, and man, I'm pumped.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, for me, that hearing you say that is just such a, I really appreciate it. But with you saying that, one of the big things we look for in everybody that we have on, whether it be Bader, Nimmo, you, Terrence, when he first started with us,
Yep.
We just want to make sure that y'all love the product, because we don't want to sign you into something that you don't love. So hearing you say it's just reassurance, honestly. And so I love when you were talking about baseball is fun. I love the message that brings, and, just enjoy it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't take it too seriously. You're not a pro yet. And I also love how you described Bruce Bolt. And I feel like as two different companies and brands, it kind of meshes really well when you put it like that.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's a testament to who you all are. And when you started your business, how old were you when you started it?
I was 16
years old. And that's a testament to who you are at 16, to see, like, I'm going to get quality over quantity. I want to put out a product that, it may be a little more expensive, but that's okay, because it's going to last longer, and people aren't going to have to buy multiple of, these gloves in a short period of time, what is happening with other batting gloves. And so it's really cool that you put that time and effort into finding a product that is just quality time after time. And again, when people feel these gloves and just see how long they last, and because for me, I've been, using the same pair in the big leagues since spring training, a couple months, and they're just as good, and that's a lot of swings. That's thousands of swings. So again, super excited for you guys to try these gloves on. Give us your feedback and let us know how you like them.
Yeah, it's I'm super excited for these things to be released. Colorway is amazing. So and I love watching you wear. They already look good with you wearing them. I can't wait to see everybody else wearing them too. But following this up, as we wind down, we got a couple minutes left. Cannata and I, when we were looking into you and doing some research a little bit, we saw that you had an interview on Hot Stove. I don't remember exactly when it was, but you talked about why you wear the number 35. And I just wanted to see if you would talk about that a little bit and how much it means to you that Tampa finally gave you that number.
Oh yeah. So, I've been trying to wear number 35 my whole big league career. Unfortunately, when I got to Milwaukee, the number 33 was already picked out for me when I got to my locker. And then when I got traded over to Kansas City, number 14 was given to me because, that's just the way it is. And then when I got traded over to Tampa Bay, number 35 was already taken until they traded him of the 2020 in the offseason, and they ended up giving it to me. So number 35, what's it mean to me? My freshman year of high school, one of my best friends, Nate Richardson, I had known him since third, fourth grade. We had played baseball together. He died in a tragic car crash our freshman year. He wore the number 35. And when I became a senior and I knew kind of that I was headed in the direction of playing professional baseball, I let his family know that if I ever made it to the big leagues, I wanted to wear number 35 to honor their son and kind of keep his name or, name and legacy alive. And, we have Nate Richardson Memorial Tournament every year up at the high school. We have his plaque up there, and, everyone, it kind of, there was 3 other boys who passed away in the car crash, and it was super traumatic. Kind of the first time in my life that I had experienced such heartbreak, so it's one of those things as I pursued my professional career, it was always something that I remembered, and, I remembered who he was and what he meant to me. And as I got to the big league levels, it was really cool to wear the number 35. I showed up for the first time to present to the Richardsons that I was wearing, gonna wear it for Tampa Bay in our hometown. And just, it was really cool, really emotional. As I talk about it, I get a little choked up, but again, the number 35 means a lot to me, and that's why I wear it.
Well, I know it means a lot to, it's got to mean a lot to his family. I mean, he's looking down from above. He's definitely watching over your career and just seeing how much success that you've had and just how awesome it is that you're doing so well. So it's an awesome story. I loved it when I first heard it, and I loved it again when I heard it this time. So, I mean, it's amazing for you to be doing as well as you are, wearing his number and just representing him really well on the field out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
100%, man. All right, we're gonna jump into the last little bit. We're gonna go to what we call our lightning round. Just really quick questions, top of your head answers, and we're just gonna run through it. Cannata's gonna hit you with the questions right now.
All right, to start it off, what is your favorite color?
White. I love wearing white. It goes with everything. White t-shirts, I don't know, it makes you look a little thinner. Oh, wait, white makes you look a little bigger. It's I think
Look a little thinner.
Yeah, wait, white thicker, right? White makes you look a little thicker because I'm thin. I don't know.
All right, you know more than I do, so.
All right, favorite TV show?
Oh man, it's probably The Office. I love the dry humor.
That's awesome. It's a good one. I bet a lot of people listening will agree with you on that. If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
I would definitely be a dolphin, because dolphins are probably the most friendliest mammal, and they are feared by sharks. They can hold their own, and they get to explore the ocean. And I feel like there's a lot more to explore in the ocean than there is on land. So yeah, definitely a dolphin.
All right. Favorite place you have ever been on vacation?
Oh, Brie and I went to, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank for our honeymoon. Where the heck did we go? Yeah.
You might want to cut this one out.
Yeah, definitely cut that one out for sure.
All right.
Where the heck did we go? Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on. You're gonna have to ask me again.
Okay, we'll come back to that
We'll
one.
come back.
Well, I gotta find out where we went for a second.
Okay. We just won't send the link to Bree after this. She just won't know this podcast ever came out or this interview.
Oh, okay. Ask the question again. Go ahead.
Favorite place you've ever been on vacation?
So Bree and I, we went to St. Lucia for our honeymoon. It was awesome. Great. I would definitely go back.
All right. And then I saw online that you're a big video game person. So what is your favorite video game?
Love video games. Love competing. MLB The Show or Call of Duty for sure. Call of Duty has been at the top of the list since I've been in like 7th or 8th grade.
Perfect. And then last one, what is your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now? Oh man. I've been vibing to Post Malone's new album. I like all genres. I'm a big Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac fan. I could literally enjoy any type of music. I love music, but since Post Malone came out with his new album, I've been listening to him a lot.
That's awesome. And then kind of building off of that, what is your walk-up song?
Walk-up song, I've got Post Malone as my walk-up song, and then I've got Paramore as my walk-up song, which is kind of funny. But I've had Buzzin' by The Man. I've had 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Hudgens, making my way downtown, walking fast. I mean, it's all over the place on a daily basis.
I mean, thousand miles. That's probably my favorite one right there that you just mentioned. That might.
I think you got to bring that one back for sure.
It's a vibe for sure.
Yes,
that's a postseason walk-up song. Big moment.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Stay tuned.
I'm going to be watching every game, making sure that you have that when you guys are playing in Tampa this offseason.
Yeah. All right. Hold me to it.
Holding you to that. All right. And then going into offseason, I guess, last couple of questions. What made you decide to do the now famous airplane when you hit that walk-off?
That was literally my inner child coming out. I did not plan. I've never done that before. And at the time, that was just the baseball is fun coming out in me. This was the emotion that I was feeling probably when I was 7 years old and playing wiffle ball in the backyard with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the World Series. Like, we've all lived that moment before as children. And when it actually happened, I was just like, oh shoot. Like I felt like I was just by myself in the backyard yelling and having fun. It was awesome.
For sure. All right. Rays bring you in a lot to pitch. And I remember earlier this year, you had that incredible play, like maybe one of the most athletic plays I've ever seen against the dugout. But just in your mind, what is it like coming into when they give you the call and they're like, Brett, you're going to go pitch? Like, what emotion runs through you and how do you feel?
Oh, scared. When you're looking down the barrel of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or guys like Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani, who can hit the ball at 110 plus miles an hour. Definitely scared that I'm not going to get hit. So everyone says, what is that motion that you do? Well, that motion is me, throwing it slow enough where I can have my glove up and be prepared just in case they smoke the ball back at me. But it's one of those things over a course of 162 games, stuff like that's going to happen. I'm the guy off the bench. I'm the best option off the bench as a position player to come in and pitch and just, have fun with it and move on. But, stuff like that's going to happen and just doing what I can to save our bullpen and help the team.
I always wondered what that motion was. I was like, oh, it's kind of throwing me off. What's going on here? But that makes so much sense now that you say it.
I just want to be directly, parallel with the batter. Because you see guys who turn, they get hit in the back all the time. Like, because of how slow I'm throwing it, I don't want to be turned when I throw it. And because 110 off the bat, you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can throw it and just have my glove up, I have a better chance of saving my face. I'll rather take one off the chest or something.
Yeah, no,
if I
you
can't.
don't want to mess up that face. You got
Yeah.
a lot going. You got Bree with that face, so it's
Exactly.
for you.
Oh man.
And then last thing, just to end it off, if you could give any kid one piece of advice to get them through their baseball career, what would it be?
I got 3 things. This is what helped me get to the big leagues. Take care of your grades. I know you hear all the time from your family, from your coaches, you will not play at the next level if you do not take care of your grades. I'm not saying be a straight A student, but make sure you're getting A's, B's, maybe occasional C's, but take care of your grades. Second thing, be a good person. Respect everyone around you, regardless if they deserve it or not. It goes a long way. Respect your teammates, respect your coaches, respect your parents and everyone who's helping you and isn't helping you. So love and respect, and then work hard. This is, it's self-explanatory, but do things that other people aren't doing. Take the time to get better on your own. Make sure you're taking practice serious, and then have fun. So that's those are just the 4 things that have helped me get to where I'm at, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same.
Well, thank you, Brett. I mean, I know everyone's going to take your advice on that. You're, as they say, the most fun man in baseball. So thank you for coming on and just sitting and talking with us for the last 40 minutes. This was really fun. I learned a lot. I know Cannata learned a lot, and I know everyone watching is going to learn a lot from you. And just, yeah, this was incredible. The Brett Phillips gloves will be releasing soon, the Phillips series, so that'll be great. And I can't wait to see how sales go on that. I'm going to be pushing it like no other. And if you got anything else to say, we're all good here, and good luck tonight.
No, thank you guys for having me. I'm super pumped to be collaborating and working with you guys, and I'm super excited for the public to see what we've created and the quality, and I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback. Make sure you guys message us and tweet at us, whatever it is, when those gloves come in. So God bless, take care, and guys, we'll see you soon. Okay.